Hello, everyone. I'm Deepti Bedi, and I'm here, and I'm absolutely very happy to be presenting here and talking about creative ways to teach breathing exercise to young learners. As we all are here, it'll be a great idea to discuss a very significant topic, which will have a great impact on our children's learning, right? So, as I say, the creative ways to teach young learners a breathing technique, then we start talking about a very important part. What is the breathing technique? And why do we need a breathing technique? So as I say a breathing technique, I'm talking about that when you allow yourself to breathe in deeply, you allow yourself to feel it. That's the way you allow yourself that now you're able to, get your senses into a regulation. And when I say that we will be dealing with our young learners, these young learners are just learning. They have just begun to understand a little bit what is a regulation of emotion feels like. So we are the one who's going to help them out to help them regulate the emotion. And what this emotion regulation will help them to, become. So first, let me take up why we are talking about an emotional regulation. As you will see, some children have a meltdown of probably not able to express, or maybe they are feeling just disconnected with what's happening around, or as simple as this, maybe they are talking back to you, and you feel that probably their emotions needs to be regulated by probably being, more calmer, and they'll be able to think better. So we as educators want to love them. We want to connect them back, and we want to love them, care them, and tell them we are there. Now, how these breathing techniques are going to bring in this magical effect of bringing our young learners and connect with us. There have been many exercises, and there have been few which are very quick one, can be done anywhere. But there are few which, if done regularly and consistently, they will have a great impact on our children. As I've been teaching for almost 18 plus years, and I'm really sure that how these breathing techniques have worked on children across the grades in many aspects. So let's begin talking about some of the techniques which will be amazingly helpful. Now, the one which is about, I want to talk about the ones which are quick ones that you can do it anywhere, anytime. First, the adaptability of that they will have a significant effect on you and on your children. So you doing it first with yourself will bring in an immense change. You can do it as simple as counting back from 10 to 1 and go from 10, 9, 8, and breathe in and breathe out while you're doing this slowly. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, or you'll feel so much better. Another one that you can pick up with your children is you can have some crayons or some color pencils or some paints around, and they can draw what they are feeling. They'll pick up many different colors. They might just want to pick up one color, and either they will paint or draw. The another one, which is a very simple one, is give a hug to yourself. This has definitely an amazing effect. Or write down somewhere that what made you happy today or maybe yesterday, which can bring back the regulation of emotion. The another one, which can be a child's favorite and a quick one, is blow a candle. They can imagine that they are blowing a candle, which will definitely bring in a change in their breathing pattern. Yes, so we have some more to go, which are about, imagine that you're in the garden and you are going from flower to flower and smelling the flowers. And you smell the flowers, and as you smell the flowers, you breathe in deeply. And you release by breathing out. The another one which just goes a really long way is just probably picking up some fidgety toy and playing along with the fidgety toy and squeezing your fingers and playing with them. This has definitely a great impact on children. Now, out of all of these, there's a very important regulation that I adapt personally for myself is giving a good sleep to myself, which when it comes back and I wake up fresh, my emotions are pretty much well regulated. There are few sentences that I speak to my children oftenly is take a deep breath. And as you take a deep breath, you count to 10. And as you count to 10, think about all the wonderful things that you have in life. You have a beautiful home, you have lovely parents, you have a lovely garden, you go out and play with your friends, and keep counting from 10 to 1 back. And you have to keep your hands to yourself and your legs to yourself, and you will feel so good. Some of these simple exercises definitely had a very important, and they have an amazing effect on children. Doing them regularly has definitely made them a much better, more calmer, more happier, and being able to express their emotion, I would say, more clearly. There are some more which I want to talk about, which are to be done which are to be done regularly. You can do it during in the morning time. You can do it once some engagement is done, then you can do it that time. Or even while you're traveling in a bus, you're traveling in a metro, you're traveling in a car, or the children are going in a school bus, or probably you're just walking in the garden. It can be done anywhere. All what you have to do is just feel your breath. So let me take up another one, which as an educator, I've been practicing with my children within the classroom is, let's say we have called for a toy from home. It can be a small bunny. It can be a cuddly toy. And now this cuddly toy is your buddy for today. And as this cuddly toy is a buddy for today, so all what you're going to feel, the cuddly toy, your buddy is also going to feel. So now let's breathe in and let's keep this cuddly toy onto your belly. And as your belly rise up, the cuddly toy also go and rise up. And then you breathe out, the cuddly toy falls down. Isn't that amazing that today your buddy is along with you and feeling the same and breathing the same way, the way you are feeling today? So let's make our buddy feel the similar way. And that buddy can be anywhere, can walk up with you in the garden, can be sitting with you next to you in the lunchtime, maybe at home, in the car with mommy and papa. Is just about adapting yourself to the techniques. So this is one which just works wonder, that you have somebody who's loving and caring, and the body is breathing the breath and feeling the breath that you are breathing. There are some more which I want to talk about, which is about breathing with the stories. I know this is just so amazing. How can you breathe with the stories? Yeah, there can be two ways. There can be many more, but out of the many ways, I picked up the two ones which are just my favorite. So the character of the story is breathing and breathing in and out and taking a pause in between while the story is going on. Let's say I've begun with the story of I've begun with the story of Beanstalk. Now the Jack, who is moving from one place to another, he figures it out that there is a moment and I want to pause. Now the Jack has paused and I want you all to breathe in and breathe out and feel. Before you go and do your next step, Jack, and everybody along with the story character is ready to breathe in and breathe out. We also had some story stones, wherein the character is like a stone moving The picture is drawn on the stone and the child is expressing that now it's time that the character wants to pause and wants to breathe in and breathe out. And it's a good idea as an educator to do it along with your children because these cues just works wonder. They love listening to the stories. What about a story of a child and you make your own stories where the child is, sharing some scenario, probably rushing and gushing through something and speaking too fast. But suddenly you stop the character and you say that now it's time for you to breathe in and breathe out. And so that you're able to be mindful about what you're going to speak next or what you're going to do next. There are many ways to take up story and you can incorporate the breathing techniques in those stories. And there is another one which just works wonderful and it requires no aid, no prop is needed. It's your hand. Now this hand is like a star hand. As I go, my finger of another hand, my index finger, since my hand is a star hand, now my finger is going to breathe in as I go on the top of my finger. And I'm going to pause. And I come down, it's a breathe out. And then I go again, breathe in. Then I go breathe out. Here you go again. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. This is one of the magical ways that once you breathe in and breathe out, now you're more calmer. You'll be able to be aware of yourself, that what you're going to do next. You're going to make a better choice in what you're going to do next. As simple as you want to take up a rectangle which moves from here, you breathe in, you pause, you go up, breathe in, you pause, then you breathe out, then you pause, and you come down. That's a breathe in, and you breathe out. Some more. There have been many, many more, but the ones which are just the quick one can be done anywhere. There's another one, which is going for a breathing walk. Let's go and check out the weather today. And while we are checking out the weather today and feeling, let's feel the grass. Let's walk on the grass. Let's feel how the flowers are moving, how the tree leaves are moving. Let's find out. And as they're walking in the garden, feeling and looking around things, it's a good idea to reinforce that it's a time for everybody to breathe in. And you can add to this and modify and tweak it further by saying that you take a humming sound out. So as I breathe in, and I take the humming sound out. And I do this multiple times. Doing it at least 3 to 5 times, you will see children's eyes will definitely brighten up. They'll be able to make a nice or a good eye contact, which you have been looking forward to. They will be listen to you. They will be able to listen to you in a more finer way. They'll be able to express what they are looking around or what they are feeling around. Now it's time to talk to them about their feelings, to talk to them about how the day is feeling like to them. We can go to each one and we can give a kind hands pat, that it feels nice to listen to you. And then you can bring them around in a circle and shake hands with each other. or rub your hands together and put it on yourself. And let's be thankful. This is, with all these beautiful breathing techniques, it's a good idea to also add an act of thankfulness for everything that we have. So we tell them that it's such a beautiful idea that we are right out in the nature. Let's thank the universe for being so good and happy with us and so amazing with us. And then it's a good idea to catch up with many games. One of my favorite game would be, what about we all blow a balloon? And as we blow a balloon, we breathe in. And then we blow the balloon with all the air. And as they blow in, they blow out. This will just make them feel so calm. They will be able to enjoy more with their friends and appreciate, which is such an important thing. They will appreciate the things around, their friends, the colors, the nature. There's another thing that you can add to while you're out on breathing games or you're out in the nature is, let's add some more breathing games to it. Now, another breathing game that I love to add is, what about a scavenger hunt? Now, since we have a lot of toys in the class and probably, we may be having at home as well, some toys which are sensorial toys. What about if we pick them up and hide them somewhere in the garden in a quite a familiar way, maybe on the swings, maybe around the tree, and maybe just like that in the middle of the garden, or maybe over the hedge of the garden. We place them and we ask them that now you are on a quiet scavenger hunt. There are a few things that you will find them, bring them to me, and while you bring them to me, you will feel them. And when you're going for your scavenger hunt, you will go with your tiptoe feet. And then they all go quietly, and with their tiptoe feet, they bring out the things which are all your sensorial facts, some sensorial toys. This way, you can add many more. Once we regulate the breathing techniques, following some breathing techniques and regulation of emotions, we will have lesser meltdowns. We will have more smiling faces. We will have children listening to each other. We will have children who will understand that how I'm aware of my own self, how I have to listen to myself and my friends. And I promise you, with such breathing techniques, they are always going to feel regulated. So before we talk about more, and I have some more time left, I want to tell you about this. A very simple breathing technique is using your finger. So consider your one finger as a flower and your other finger as a candle. So as you breathe in with your finger, considering this as your flower finger, as you breathe in, you hold, and you remember this is your candle finger. Now it's the time to blow out. It's your birthday. Let's blow out some candles. And today is a very bright, beautiful morning. Let's take fragrance of some flowers. And let's blow some candles. You all look so lovely. Let's rub our hands and give a hug to yourself. And it's time. Now let's get back to what we really are here for. Some more discussions, some more games. Doing these kind of breathing techniques, I have many more to say. these kind of breathing techniques, picking up even one breathing technique, which you do it for consistently for a longer duration, I would say maybe for a month or 21 days, it's going to have some beautiful effect. You will feel that there is some change in you, which is keeping you positive. There is some change in you, which is making you feel excellent. There is some happiness, which is just growing in you, and you will feel amazing. You will feel so stronger when you wake up in the morning that today's day is going to be just so amazing. And you will be able to demonstrate not only to your children, it's the teacher also who has to do it every day. So before you even begin your day, do some mindfulness techniques. Can be a star one, can be a finger one, can be a walk in the park, or can be playing some music and just sitting crisscross. Or even as a parent, if you're walking in the garden, it can be done then. Or you're in the car and maybe there's lots of noise. Or you think your child is maybe confused and thinking about lots of things together. It's a good idea to connect the child by doing some regulation practices. And these self-regulation exercises are definitely going to bring an amazing change in you, in your child. And I promise the environment. Now, these practices are going to change the environment of your room, environment of your house, environment of your classrooms. So don't even think second time. I promise you, they will have some amazing effect. You start doing one practice and you will see such an amazing change in yourself. So today, let's take a promise. I have given this promise to myself. I've given this promise to my children, given this promise to children in my school, that we are going to be following breathing practices every day. Quickly, I clap and they all come. And I say, it's time to be in the circle, and take out your flower finger and your candle finger. And it's time to breathe in and breathe out. What about I say that it's time to take out your star hat and your pointy finger. Let's just breathe in and breathe out and breathe in and breathe out. Or you imagine that you have an infinity symbol. So as you go down, you breathe in and you pause and you go up and you breathe out. Yeah. While you're combing your hair, you can breathe in and breathe out. While you're just standing in your balcony in the morning, you can breathe in and breathe out. It sounds very simple to just talk about breathe in and breathe out, but doing it even 5 deep breathings and breathe out, they will have an impact and significance on you. You can come back to me and share your comments about which one you are going to follow, which one, and you can come back to me later as well, sharing that how these breathing techniques has given you one good thing. If I have to say, these breathing techniques have made me feel very positive. I every day morning look forward to my day, that what's going to be so exciting. And when you do these practices, there's another question that you can ask your children is, what was the highlight of the day? What is that thing that brought joy today? What was that thing that probably you have eaten that just makes you, that has made you feel so good? Yeah. Or what do you think you look like? You look forward to bring in more tweaking and modification, even in the story. You can ask the children, which character do you want to ask to pause, to breathe in and breathe out? So with this promise that you will be following some breathing technique or even one breathing technique, you're going to capture it from today, and you will be creating a pattern and discipline of promising me that you will be following one of the breathing techniques. And for next 20 days, you will just keep following and you will see some wonderful results by the end of it. So thank you so much, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure to be talking to you all about my favorite topic. It's about breathing techniques to young learner. And as an educator, as a parent, let's just take that leap of faith and believe in that how much these breathing techniques have an impact. The study shows, and now we know so many strategies, and we can pick up any one. Let's just don't stop ourselves and pick a one, and let's move on. So before we go, we have last 3 minutes, and I want to take up the one which you can do while sitting here. So everybody take your hand up and just do a deep breathe in and bring your hands down with again, breathe in. You can do it 3 times, you can do 5 times, and you'll feel amazing. With this note, thank you so much. Thank you, ECDF, for having me on the board. It just feels amazing. And I really wish everybody good luck. Try some breathing practices, some techniques on yourself, the people around yourself, on the children, and do it regularly. And I promise you, you will come back with some amazing effects. Till then, goodbye. Thank you so much. See you.